Wrestling, a wife longed for the return of her husband.
EY, where the hell have you been? It's been 3 weeks. Send you over some fried chicken. I'm hungry.
Reunited, but something changed.
This doesn't feel right. Does this look right to you?
The tag team champions face the music for their heinous actions.
You're my stinking champions. I don't know how, but my champions are gonna fight.
Guess who?
I'm gonna tell you when, and I'm gonna tell you where.
6 men fought to keep their championship dream alive in the BFG series. Who gets the main event at Bound for Glory?
It's time to meet your final 5 in the Bound for Glory series.
Joseph Park made an offer to Hulk Hogan and Sting.
I've been doing some research on this aces and eights, gentlemen. Let me find out what's going on. There's something not right about them.
If you can help, please help us.
World champion Austin Aries wanted revenge and called out the aces and eights to fight.
Come on out here and get your ass kicked.
Who is behind the aces and eights, and what is their end game? Impact Wrestling starts right now.
Tonight, the road to the gold comes to an end.
We're talking about the biggest pay-per-view, the biggest event that TNA Wrestling puts on every single year. And every year, you've got a group of the greatest talent in the world all working tooth and nail to try to make it to this point.
2 matches to determine the final 3 contenders in the Bound for Glory series. Last week, the Cowboy James Storm clinched a spot in the Final 4.
Nobody has sacrificed more than me over the last 6 months.
James Storm has returned to Impact Wrestling with that fire. He's got it back.
Now, it all comes down to this. Jeff Hardy.
I've been on a roll lately, and I'm going to hopefully continue that roll into Bound for Glory and finally become the world champion again.
Samoa Joe.
Everybody wants it. Everybody wants it worse than anything in the world. Anybody will do anything they can to win that belt.
Bully Ray.
I can't wait to sit back and see the look of horror on people's faces when I come out wearing that TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt.
Rob Van Dam.
I win this BFG series because I'm the best.
The competition is at an all-time high in Impact Wrestling. So to compete and to make it all the way to the Final 4 tells me that you're really at the top of your game.
Whose journey ends tonight?
And with so much at stake tonight, Taz, let's take our first look at the Bound for Glory series leaderboard.
Well, see, there's the red line of death, and the top 4 men above that red line. James Storm been sitting in that one spot. As we heard, he clinched a spot in the Final 4.
Contest scheduled for 1 fall is a Bound for Glory series match. Introducing first from Cameron, North Carolina, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Blowing the roof off the Impact Zone.
You're not kidding.
For the arrival of Jeff Hardy, and in light of Hardy's impressive win 1 week ago tonight, when he eliminated Kurt Angle from the Bound for Glory series, you've got to feel momentum, confidence on the side of Jeff Hardy.
Well, Jeff Hardy, you never know what Hardy's going to do. He is totally unpredictable. I don't think Hardy knows what he's going to do half the time. But I know this much to your point. Massive ovation right here in the Impact Zone from the creatures of the night.
And with Jeff Hardy in an absolute must-win situation right now, stakes have never been higher for Hardy if he hopes to earn a spot in the Final 4 this Sunday at No Surrender. It's pretty plain to
massive accomplishment for Samoa Joe, except there's a very big obstacle in his way named Jeff Hardy. So that's going to come to a head right now momentarily, but to your point about submissions with Samoa Joe and grabbing those 10 points, Samoa Joe can make anybody tap out on any given night, anywhere in the world.
It's his specialty.
That's no doubt. That's definitely his wheelhouse. So we shall see.
Maybe for a baseball or football comparison, tonight is the last day of the regular season. Sunday is the playoffs. No surrender. It's the 2 semifinal matches, and it's the 1 finals bout at No Surrender this Sunday when we will find out who goes on to Bound for Glory, our biggest pay-per-view event of the year coming up in October to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. And here we go.
Well, I agree with you, Mike. It's definitely the postseason right now in regards to the Bound for Glory series. Knuckle up time. Here we go. Well, smart right there. Samoa Joe going to what he knows, just trying to get control of a body part. In this case, he's got the wrist, the arm of Jeff Hardy. Got to be cautious with someone like Hardy. You never know what he's going to do.
Definitely. 2 very different, divergent strategies and game plans that these 2 men normally employ. The submission-first mindset of Samoa Joe and the completely unpredictable, high-risk offense of Jeff Hardy.
But the thing with Jeff Hardy, and I've said it over the years, calling Jeff's matches, because I really believe in being in the ring in the past with Jeff, the resiliency that this man has. He can sustain a ton of punishment, which is a good connection in this match, because Joe can dish out a ton of punishment.
Huge. For all the behind-the-scenes breaking news, follow our TNA president, Dixie Carter, on Twitter, @TNA Dixie, and she had big information today about Bound for Glory that we will talk about later tonight. Also, you want to check out our Backstage Pass, exclusive content that you cannot get anywhere else. That's on Facebook.
Well, Samoa Joe just did that running tackle. Nothing fancy. Just dropped Hardy, used that size advantage that Joe has. Jeff was smart enough to get out of the ring and regroup.
The Cowboy James Storm, who currently sits in first place, has to be a very interested observer, and there you see him watching a monitor. As he watches this match, one's got to presume that James Storm is rooting for Jeff Hardy. He doesn't want Samoa Joe to win and take over first.
Well, yeah, I definitely think you're right about that. And right now, you just see this is where you don't want to be if you're Jeff Hardy. Pretty obvious. You don't want to get beaten down by someone like Joe.
What a series of strikes. The rapid-fire rights, followed up by the boots, and the Samoan submission machine has taken control.
Well, Samoa Joe has always wrestled that style of a take-no-prisoners attitude, and just a straight knee right to the face and jaw area of Jeff Hardy. See how heavily taped up that left arm of Samoa Joe is.
Goes back a couple of weeks. The attack by his former World Tag Team Champion partner, Magnus. Remember that shot with the steel chair?
Yeah, definitely Joe feeling the effects of that, but right now, Hardy turning this thing around here. Just drove Joe face first into those steel steps now.
Asking the fans down at the guardrail, the